the horse was odds on in the Gold Cup, which means that so many people are emotionally and literally invested in the successful outcome of it. And it must have some bearing on the level of pressure you feel, because everybody you've met all week is like, oh, you're going back to back again in the Gold Cup. Very few ever win a Gold Cup. Very few go back to back. Very few do it twice.
Only 7 horses have gone back to back in the 100 years. This is the 100-year anniversary of the first Gold Cup, 1924. Best Mate did it 3 years in a row to 2004, and then Album Photo 1920. It doesn't happen very often. Before Best Mate, it was the early 70s in the Escargot in the Gold Cup. And Best Mate, you talk about the odds there. In 2003, when he was going back to back, he was 6-4, 13-8. As you say, Galopin Des Champs, odds on. Now, maybe a lot of that's got to do with Willie Mullins, the week he's had, with the century of winners, and the fact that he did the first 2 winners of the day with Majborough and Absurd. And then there's all that emotion in the ring and emotion in the market. Oh, Willie can't lose, Willie can't do this. But a horse race is a horse race, as we saw on Wednesday with El Fabiolo and Paul Townend making a mistake and pull it up. So you just don't know. But the good thing about Galopin Des Champs is he's a great jumper. He's such a beautiful jumper of a fence. This is steeplechasing. It's called jumps racing. You have to jump. Unfortunately, for fast or slow, he unseated JJ Slevin, and therefore he was not in the race. He was a loose horse in the race, causing Paul Townend difficulties. But Paul Townend then had... He has a beautiful blend, this horse, of speed and stamina. A lot of horses in the Gold Cup, they either have the speed and they don't get home, or they have the stamina and they're staying on, like Cork Rambler was for third in the race. But Galopin Des Champs has that beautiful blend. And there's a few things on the line now. There's the Punchestown Gold Cup sizing. John did it in 2017. He won all 3 and then was never the same horse in that he got an injury, was never really seen in the race course again and had to be retired. And he was a brilliant horse. And then Best Mate won 3 Gold Cups, the only horse in Circle in the early noughties. So that's the thing there for Galopin Des Champs. Can he come back and do it? And one of the real testaments of Willie Mullins' training this week, Ger, is that he's kept all these horses sound. State Man turned up, won his 11th race out of 12 in the Champion Hurdle. All these horses are turning up and they're injury-free and they're delivering. And Galopin Des Champs has that blend, and he was the class horse in the race. And I'm just delighted for the horse and for all the connections that he did himself justice.